Hello and welcome back to Pulsar Games. Today I've got a deck profile for you from the legendary Calum.
Yes.
Jeez, look at the size of that nose.
I've
Fuck
returned.
me.
I've returned. I am one sexy fucker. But yeah.
Jesus, look at that face.
Yes.
He's the face that could father kids. Fuck me.
But it's happened.
Right, well, without further ado, we're going to get right on into the salad profile. No one ever saw that coming.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, after a year I'm still playing Salad because it's actually surprisingly still good, especially against Zombie and Rock. It's a pretty die-rolly format, but this deck's actually alright going second as well with the amount of hand traps and the availability of just like one card OTKs. So we'll get into it. Alright, a free man book.
Man-bug?
Yeah.
Man-bug.
So it's a one card access code, pretty much gets you Gazelle, and Gazelle gets you, well, if you want to go into access, Gazelle gets you either Spinny or Jag, and it just allows OTK potential really, so that's why we play this over Buffalo. It's a consistency card and can be searched, like, pretty much you just want as many Gazelles in your deck, so we play 8, so yeah, pretty good card. 3 XCs, the newest one from Eternity Code, it's pretty much like a staple in this deck, 100%. It just allows you to get into rank 4 easily. Can get into Rafflesia to stop any hand traps, Dweller, which is obviously insane. And then if you don't want to go into that route and you're going second, you can use it to link into either Splash Mage, Update, Transcode or Access. So it's got really good utility. Yeah, it's pretty broken. 1 Gazelle, yeah, she's live. 1 Falco. Yeah, it's pretty much always been staple, really. I guess like you could run 2 because of desires, but I wouldn't do it because we want to like cut down on the Salad engine as much as possible. But yeah, it's good during your opponent's turn if you want to set a spawn trap if you've already used one with Gazelle. Usually you detach it off a rank 4, and if you have Gazelle in hand, you can just Gazelle send something. But yeah, it's pretty good. 2 Foxy. Most people are playing 1 because obviously like you mainly want to normal debuff just to get Gazelle, but sometimes like I play 3 Desires as well, so if you banish the 1 copy, like this is actually really neat, especially because you play goals in match now. Sometimes you need to clear your own goals in match to actually get into transcode and access because they're different attributes. But it's just pretty good actually, like the amount of times I just like actually like seeing this in my open hand just like to try and dig into my deck for either like any Salad really for the following turn. Like Spin is good, Gazelle's obviously good, any of the traps is like pretty key. Even Jaguar or Falco is good just for the next turn. But yeah, 2's alright. 2 Jag. This reason's probably just because of desires, like you never want to banish both copies, you always want 1 in deck. Or to send one off Gazelle to recycle the XEs if it get not XEs, link materials, one in 2014. But yeah, to recycle the Salad links. But that's only if you go into the grind game really, because like obviously you want to OTK as fast as possible.
Are there any matches it goes into the grind game against? Maybe Zombie, or is it still pretty fast?
Probably pure Zombie. Like Synchro Zombie, it's either like you stop the first turn and you win the second. Sometimes Rock, it depends though. It's like usually obviously if Rock opens a full board, it's very hard to win, but there's times where you can access clear most of their board, but they've still got block searches. So then they would have used most of the extra, but just because Block Dragon is fucking ridiculous.
Hashtag ban Block Dragon.
Yes. Like it just allows them to grind still. But like against Rock and Zombie, on the mirror match, yeah. There's quite a few mirror matches now because this deck's so more play a bit.
Cool.
2 Spinny, debatably 3, but because of desires, you always want at least 1 in deck to send with Gazelle really. Yes. But it's just good at its own because this by itself can get into Splash Mage, or like usually if your first turn, if you don't open debuff, which you obviously want to see, sometimes normal this into Baylink, and if you've got traps or hand traps, it's good for the following turn because then that can just allow you to get into your links and OTK. But yeah, 2's alright. The hand traps we play 9. Let's play these 3.
Feels like a lot more, trust me.
I've gone through and out with like Nibiru and Morna. I was originally playing Nibiru, Morna, and it was like not these. I think I was playing 12. But yeah, the amount of times that you can actually just brick and hand traps, it's like you want to see 2 really. So like I don't know the
Yeah,
mathematical.
I think 2 hand traps is the golden ratio.
Yeah, I don't know the mathematical difference or percentages from like 6 to 9 to 12 hand traps.
Yeah, we could work it out, but I prefer not to because when the
Yeah.
game doesn't go that way, it can tilt you.
Yeah, I'm not.
If it doesn't follow the percentage, people can get tilted off it, and then that just ruins your day.
Yeah, just hook up Tom Lockett if you want to know that. But
Yeah, big one.
pretty much, yeah. This is just you always run this in Talent because you can add it back with both. Like you do that so much. Imperm's just like.
I think it's
goes
the best
around-
hand trap personally right now.
Yeah, it's avoid call by.
Avoids Guardian.
Yeah, avoid Guardian. Yeah, especially
Avoids
against Rock.
Rafflesia.
Yeah, avoid Rafflesia, but I think the Rafflesia is only like using this deck. But like some people just run Bagooska. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not seeing many people run Rafflesia, but like yeah, just get around Rafflesia obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, doesn't really need explaining. Veil is just good. It's not once per turn, so if you open 2, it's pretty insane. But yeah, I've not really got any more explanation of Veil. I just think it's really good, just for the fact that it's not once per turn and it's like pretty. What's the word?
Pretty. Pretty's a good word.
Pretty. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Share this. Spells. Right. Free mining. Yeah. You want to get into Gazelle, so this search is. Or just sometimes you actually don't search Gazelle. It's like it's actually better like to avoid hand traps sometimes. So like obviously Gazelle gets veiled or imperm stuff like that, then you're pretty fucked. So sometimes it's just better to get Jack, and then that's a link too. But yeah, pretty standard. Free desires. This usually always gets you one of your traps because you do play quite all your hand traps. That's what you want to see off this pretty much. Unless if you brick, then you fucking just hope you don't banish Gazelle. But yeah, it's really good. I won't play less. It's like I'm always happy when I see it, unless if it's 2. Brick. One wheel. I was playing 2, but then I just hated seeing this card going first. Even though it plays around Nibiru, like I play Rafflesia, so that's my out to like hand traps pretty much. I just think it's only good if you need it. Sometimes you like. You can set up a board where like if you get Nibiru, you're still okay because you have this, and then you have like a raw with a link, because this can just special link, and then if you have raw set off its effect, then that's alright past Nibiru. But you can just send it with Gazelle and then add it back with both, or set it with Falco. So I don't really need see the point. Like if you banish it with Desires, it's not really losing anything. It's like yeah, I won't play more than one. It's pretty a bit. This card. Now we're on to the traps. 2 raid. You just play 2 of these because of Desires pretty much. You always want to see them. It's good. Pretty much with Foxy, you always want to see one of these. This is insane against Rock. If you like special and then normal like a Guardian, this is actually insane. Like most of the times if you do this against Rock, they have to have they have to open signs, which if they have signs, then like yeah, that's a pretty good card in it. But some lists are cutting that now. But yeah, this card's really good. Raw is just pretty like sometimes you do have to set it off its own effect turn 1. So like if it does go into the grand game, you want the second. But then the also factor of Desires, like if you do banish one, you always want to send one. With Gazelle sometimes for your first turn plays. So that's that. Play goals in match. This card's actually ridiculous. Like even if you get Nibiru'd with most decks, you can just if you have this, and then if you have like any salvage for your following turn, you should be alright because you can just stand by phase this. Most decks can't do anything unless it's like pure zombie. They can Lord send this and then push some Lord it's light. But against Rock, if they Nibiru you, they can't do anything. Like they're just stuck on a light, and then they either don't attack into the token, and you have to attack with a token so you can use fire. But yet again, they're still stuck. So sometimes it's just better waiting until you can OTK, leaving their Nibiru up, and then pushing through it. But like I said earlier, Foxy, sometimes you just need to get rid of this, which isn't that bad really. It's like if you're using Foxy effect to get rid of this, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to OTK, otherwise you just wouldn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty insane against all the guys, because that deck's gay, hashtag Oliver Newton. Yeah, this card's pretty good as well. It stops Faker. It just stops them from getting more than one monster on board, because sometimes it's like they struggle like that. But Silk sort of does get round this. But if you're good with this deck like I am, You can just skillfully play around all the guys if you got this.
The guy's all dark though.
Nah, they're like Silk's water.
Oh, are they?
No, Melazik's water. Faker's
Metal.
dark, I think. Marionette's wind, I think. They're all different anyway. That's all we need to know. They're all
Okay.
spellcasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit deck anyway.
Yeah.
So Gravekeeper, this is new from Eternity Code. It's pretty insane. Stops Nibiru and then you take 2k, #time. But yeah, stops Nibiru, stops any other hand trap as well, apart from Imperm. But if your opponent's retarded, they'll Imperm Rafflesia and then you'll continue.
Has that actually happened?
Yes, quite a lot. #DB. That's just the online meta anyway. But yeah, this card's really good. It can stop block as well. Obviously they can chain block it, but if they don't chain block it can stop block. It can stop Melazik, the mirror match, Lords. Because obviously zombies pretty fucking popular. Stops jet. So this card's actually really good. Even if you don't open Rafflesia, sometimes this is just like good enough on its own.
Yeah, you'd think a card like that you'd have to pay 2k to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not that you pay 2k, that's broken.
This card's actually like, if you play in Rafflesia, Floodgate's actually ridiculous. Sometimes against a zombie synchro, if you just buck the jet, they pass. Against rock, sometimes you can just do it on block, or you can do it on one of the first or second Adam summon, and sometimes they just can't do anything because unless if they have researcher, they need an Adam card to special summon the other Adams. Against the mirror match, normal summons are pretty key. So if it's normal summon Gazelle, even if they get the effect, you can just set the Gazelle, stuff like that. The only deck this is really bad against is Invoked Mech Knight, because even if you set Alistair, the effect resolves and they can just use the face down Alistair. Or Shadol, I guess it's the work same with Shadol. So yeah, I'd probably always side this out against the Invoked engine. But yeah, that's the main deck, 41 cards. Don't at me, 41's the best number.
I've played 42 with Upstart before.
Yeah, we're all cool. Extra deck, it's pretty standard, apart from like, you probably change 1 rank 4. But 3 Bay Links, you pretty much need it, you always use 3. Sometimes turn 1 use 2 just to set raw. Or the fact of debug as well, if you open up debug on its own, you have to relink it to Bay Links to get a Gazelle. Unless if you open up Spinny, so that's like another reason you could play 3 Spinny. But yeah, always need 3. If you're cutting really slack on space, you could probably run 2, but you've probably got an extra chromosome if you're doing that. So, Free Wolf, there's no explanation. This card's always been ridiculous. Pretty much the heart and soul of the deck. Probably more than Gazelle, to be honest. It's pretty nutty. You can chain block it with Exceed as well. If you summon Exceed on this, you can just do Chainlink 1, Exceed, Chainlink 2 this, so they can Ash Exceed, and then it's pretty awkward if they Veil this, because you can just relink and then use its second effect. Now, the amount of time you can bait out a Veil or Imperm on this, if you summon a monster, because they don't want you getting Gazelle, but then you can just relink it and get a spell trap. So it's like really, really good. 2 Heat Leo. You should do it for Guru or Alter guys, really, or if you want to reduce something that you need to get over, like a Nibiru, because this deck sometimes can be awkward to get over high tap monsters, but with access now, it's so easy to get into it that it doesn't really struggle. So mainly this is just to shuffle in back row. Strike is also a deck still, so this can just get rid of their shitty spells. Link Evo. This card's actually ridiculous. So many people don't expect it, that they just get baited into I'll norm summon a Jag. If I've got a Balinx anyway, I'll normal a Jag, make this instantly, and then it shuts off the Sanguine, I think it's called, Scarlet Sanguine.
Yeah, Scarlet Sanguine, Imperm, Evenly.
Yeah, it literally, you can either make it turn 1 so you go get Evenly, or if you have Dweller, this stops an Imperm because some people are weird and try and bait you to use Dweller in the standby phase.
But you always do it because you're a retard.
Because I'm hard. Yeah, this card's ridiculous. If you have enough resources to just waste a monster, you can just use this, and usually you're always OTKing against alter guys. They get bombed, against zombie they get raped. Yeah, this card's insane. Splash Mage, this card's probably one of the best cards in this deck, no joke.
That's really weird arrows, I just noticed.
Yeah, it's got really weird arrows, but it's got an effect to so pretty much it's just 2 Cyverse. You special summon a Cyberse monster from your graveyard in defense. So it can't summon the links, but it just literally it negates its effects as well. It's not that broken. Yeah, this is just it's another attribute for access, which is actually key because most of the monsters in your edge deck are fire. You actually need at least like 2 to 3. Transcode and update is 2, so this is the 3rd, and then a fire is a 4th. So against rock, sometimes you need to clear at least 3 monsters, but you don't need to get rid of one of these solid links. So you just make this. But Jaguar's a 1-card access. Yeah, Jaguar's a 1-card access.
Yeah, because that's like the missing step.
Yeah, this fills in
That
like,
gets
the
you
gap.
the transcode, which then gets you the...
Yeah, it's normal Jag, Baylinks into Baylinks, summon, this special summons Jag, transcode, special this, and then that's access. You'll have 3 attributes engraved, and access will be on 5-3, which is actually insane. Thinking of it. But yeah, Splash Mage is good. Yeah, this card's not really an explanation. It was always used for the transcode OTK, but the good thing about this though is actually like the when it's linked off for a link monster, it's not once per turn that monster can attack them twice. So sometimes you'll link this and another monster into transcode, and then you special summon this with transcode. But if you have another monster, you can use that and this into access. So the transcode can attack twice, and then the access can attack twice, which is ridiculous. So that usually, like, if you've done that loads of times against rock, because block dragon's actually really awkward, and it can block like 5-3 attack from access. Blocks an attack. Yeah, this card's really good. Transcode, it just gets you into access pretty much. You summon this with like either with Splash or Update Jam another monster, and it summons the last monster you need to make access. Yeah, sometimes you can make it turn 1 with a wolf if you have like Raw or Rage, or the wolf can't be targeted, and this is on 2-8, this is on 18. So sometimes you Phantasmia, and Phantasmia can't beat over this, so that's pretty good as well. This is just why the deck's pretty much playable. Yeah, the whole point of this deck now is either to stop your opponent's first turn, or survive your first turn with traps, and they don't put up a big board and then OTK with us. It hardly ever goes into the ground game. It pretty much, like 90% of games ends with this.
So why do you play that over like Boral Sword or Boral Load?
I think this card's better, like 10 times better than Boral Sword. Probably anyway. It's like, well, in this deck anyway, because Update Jammer allows it to attack twice. So mainly the reason why you play it is Update allows it to attack twice. But like majority of decks, like you've got Rock can play it, Zombie can play it, Mermaid can play it. Quite a lot of decks can just play this card because you only need 2 monsters for it as well, which is pretty key. Pretty sure with Boral Sword you need 3, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can't transcode into it.
Yeah. So like this is actually it's just really insane. Like I don't think this card should. It's also got like 4 effects or something.
I actually lost the game because I didn't realise its first effect that you can't respond to its pop effect.
Yeah.
So I lost the game because I tried to impermit and he's like, you can't, and I read it, I'm like, oh, F.
Yeah, it's got the Super Poly effect, which you can't respond. I don't know why I use Super Poly, it's just one of the cards that I know you can't respond to. Usually your opponent's going to Nibiru after the summon effect, but it's like they're stuck in an Nibiru, so even if you have a Gozen match, you can just bait your opponent into Nibiru by making this your Gozen match. You've probably got enough resources for your next turn engrave just to like follow up, so even if you get Nibiru'd on this and you have Gozen stuck into lights, so that's why Gozen's like really good.
Yeah, you're not gonna die.
Yeah, but this card's probably one of the best cards in the game at the moment. It's like insane. Abyss Dweller, it's not ultimate, but yeah, this card doesn't really need an explanation. It's good against Zombie mainly. The Mirror, it's okay against Rock because it stops block and some of the other effects, but it's pretty like people run this and Baguska because Baguska's 10 times better against Rock, but I just don't like it. I think they can out it too easily with Serb, and then if they have block anyway, you're gonna lose. So that's why I like Rafflesia, because it can stop you. Like one of the main weaknesses of Salad is that if you get Nibiru, like it's pretty shit, to be honest. And Rafflesia just gives you that like out to it now. But like Floodgate, you have a second interruption. So even if they don't open an and trap, you have 2 different traps in your deck to send. So yeah, that's why I don't play Baguska. But yeah, this is Rafflesia. Yeah, the card's just really good.
Also should be ultimate.
Should be ultimate, yeah.
This is a great OTS pack for you.
Soon. But Yeah, you play this because Exceed, really. That's the only reason why you play this. Because you wouldn't really want to waste the resources of like Jag, Falco, or using a debug to go into this. It's just because with Exceed, this is the 5th summon, so then they can't even Nibiru you.
Yeah, it's like way back when.
Yeah.
Last format when you 5th summon Appaloosa.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this card's really good. The artwork's sexy as well. Don't like me. But that's the extra deck.
These Calum likes his little girl.
Well, they do. We'll go through the side deck pretty quick. Some people are weird and don't like showing the side deck, but I could not give a fuck. 3 Nibiru. It's for the Mirror Max zombie. You probably side in against Rock as well, but you know, Rock's good and they'll reveal 3 Guardians. But yeah, I just think you need to side it. You either need to main it or side it.
Hashtag not doing any.
Ben's good at the game, innit? Well, he was in like 213. But anyway, yeah, against Mermail, that deck's coming up. The card's really good. You have to minstrel it. If you open 2, they're having a hard time sometimes.
And this guy, I minstrel it, and then he phantasmas and draws another one.
Yeah.
What a prick.
I'm just skilled, clearly. But yeah, pretty much. I think, in my opinion, every deck should either be siding or maining this. Yeah, it's really good. 3 evenly. This card was bad, and then Fake got put to 3. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, yeah.
Hashtag fuck Faker.
Yeah. 3 summon limit. This is for against Rock. They use like 2 summons before anything, and if they're hard and have like Researcher and a Guardian, then you summon limit, and then they've probably lost. The reason why this is really good in this deck as well is because Foxy can just get rid of any of the floodgates that might actually like stop you from OTKing. Sometimes like you could end on like Wolf Rage, and like some decks like with Balinks, obviously it's hard for them to get rid of the wolf. So like yeah, this is just really good. Sometimes against Zombie, the normal summon Jet go into Link, and then you do this, and then they're fucked. Against the Mirror, they'll make bait. Yeah, it's just pretty much good. Like there's not really a bad point to this card, apart from sometimes that if they do clear your board somehow and then they leave you with this, you might actually have a hard time if you don't have Foxy. But yeah, you only use it if you know that you're not going to get fucked over by it, pretty much. This card's actually ridiculous.
That should be in every side deck.
Yeah, this card 100% should be in every side deck. It's actually insane. If you brick and open this card, it's like sometimes that can just win you the game, because the following turn you might just draw the card that you need, and it stops your opponent. It's just like, it's actually ridiculous, because I think public, well, not really public knowledge, but knowledge of what your opponent has is like one of the best things you can actually have in this game. It gives you so much advantage, and it just allows you to know like what to negate, what your opponent's going to follow up. But a key point to know about this card is that if you do use it, you should probably know majority of what the decks do in the meta. Because if you play like, for example, I don't know, I'm not going to use a player, but if you're a player that only knows one deck and you don't know any other combo, then you can activate, if they play this, they won't really know what to get rid of. It's like, especially against Mermail, if someone doesn't have a clue what Mermail does, they might just hit the wrong card, or they might not read net to base, and that's a cost. Shit like that. I think if you do play this, then you need to know what other decks do, so make sure that you hit the right card. But sometimes it just gets rid of evenly, lightning storm, shit like that. But yeah, I think it's ridiculous. Your opponent's always going to know what you've got in your hand, unless if it's hand traps, because you always add Gazelle back. Because obviously you always need a card in hand as well, and Wolf always gets you back a card, so you don't really need to worry about that either. But yeah, this card's actually ridiculous. 3 Cosmics. This is probably just for Altgeist, Guru, Zombie. It's really good for Conquer or I'm just going to say Hack, the Banished from Grave one. Because then they just don't resolve, and then they've just got a vanilla Lord on field, and unless they've got another interruption, they're going to have a hard time. But yeah, against Striker as well on a Area Zero, that'll be really good, because Area Zero is like probably one of the key cards in that deck now, because it just get you to a lot of shit. But yeah, it's really good against Striker. It's good against the Mirror. This card's probably good against every deck, even maybe Rock, because sometimes it ends on Buster Dragon, or you can just get rid of the Savage thing, so Savage goes to 3k, because sometimes it's like if you Nibiru and they somehow make Savage afterwards, Nibiru can usually attack into the Savage. But obviously if they've got a
An equip.
If they've got an equip, then Savage is like fucking 10k. So yeah, but yeah, this card's really good. It's not ultimate, so I'm not Ben Sherman, but
I know the OTS ultimate you could do.
I know, right? But yeah, that's my shit deck profile. The explanations are really bad, but I'm good with this deck, and probably the majority of people watching this aren't. So at me. I'll give shout outs to Ben Sherman, Kane Frankham, Alfie Martin with hooking me up with Last of Us 2.
Oh, you share played it?
It's downloading.
Broken.
Yeah. Oliver Newton actually needs to change.
He deserves it.
Yeah. Jake Quincy is my idol. I fancy him, to be honest. Yeah, I've come out of the closet now. Yeah. You can end it there. That's going to get backlash now. It's going to get backlash, but yeah.
Love it. Banter.